All right. I hope you have not been watching any of the, you know, me coaching Soda or calling his brain slow or anything like that. I hope you're not like afraid of your onboarding into Warcraft 3 because I'm really not that toxic.
I was shown your very wholesome comment through Soda, where you said that he's slow, but he's not really slow. His brain is slow.
But you didn't just surely you didn't just like hone in on like the easily misinterpretable final comment, because I also said that he was like doing well, right? Like you heard that part.
I think that was probably not included in the clip.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
That's how they get you. Yeah, congrats on finishing
it is your fault.
Congrats on finishing the Reign of Chaos campaign.
Thank you.
How was it?
It's been a really great journey, and I want to hop into TFT, but I also feel like I need to prioritize PvP now, because the date is getting closer.
Yeah, you're going for that prize money.
Yeah, for sure. Need to win all that money. Wait, is it true that you're putting in 5k into it?
Minimum.
That's crazy. When you first mentioned prize money, I thought it was gonna be $2 instead of the $1 from before. Yeah, I thought you're doubling the prize money from the Tyler Grubby show match.
That is indeed an impressive swing for all the way from $1 to 2.
Yeah, it would be double, you know, that would be crazy.
Yeah, true. So let's see if we can make you #1, but, you know, at the moment, it's just an onboarding, right? Like, you've never played with Frozen Throne units.
Yeah.
You're jumping into your first melee. And while some may say that it's a little too early for coaching, I thought it might help if I just a little bit frame what an RTS is all about. So you kind of have some of the, let's say, the vision of what it's like and what makes it fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do a lot of learning by yourself. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think it sounds good.
Okay, I'll share screen and we'll look at some things. First, I would like to hear from you, if you don't mind. What was your impression of Warcraft 3 before you started with the campaign, and what was it by the time you finished campaign, which was today, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My impression. Wait, one sec. There we go. Okay, now I'm showing it. Oh, apparently you're still too low. Give me 1 second.
You're not just stalling to think of an answer for the question, right?
No, okay, I forgot the question. Okay, my, no, I promise, I'm not on purpose. Okay. So my impression of RTS, before I played, the only thing I really knew, was you're playing a lot of, like, different, minions or units.
Yeah.
And you just go and attack. Or defend, I guess.
Yeah.
And I didn't really see any depth to anything, I guess. Not too much. What I realized when playing the campaign is, first of all, the story is actually so strong. Especially for such an old game. I think the cutscenes were really impressive. And also, I really like how the game was introduced. Like, I realized afterwards how good of an introduction the game is to RTS in general, because I think I noticed after the end of Undead campaign that playing the humans, then they end up coming across Undead because of story progression, and then you play Undead. And then the Undead meets the Orcs, and then you play the Orcs. And then the Orcs end up, you know, coming across the Night Elves, and then you end up playing Night Elves. You don't actually see any Night Elves before. It just all comes in order, which was really nice. So I realized the very like methodological. Yes, of the game expanding, basically. And it's making me really want to play TFT now as well, because I feel like the way that the game presented itself was really easy to get into. I really liked it.
So you really like the campaign as well, not just to use as a tutorial.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed the campaign. And I also, another thing that I realized when playing this was the power of potential custom games. Because I noticed as you play along in the game, there's different kinds of ways to play it, if that makes sense. It wasn't just because I expected the campaign to kind of be the same thing over and over. You know, different visual, different differences in detail, but not in like macro. But I noticed in the campaign, like sometimes I felt like I was in a Diablo map, because I felt like I'm, you know, in these caves and going through these different hallways and finding loot at the end of it. So discovering that sort of like mini game capability within it made me realize custom games reminded me of when I saw you play the Molten Core, and also gave me like his little insights to what Dota 1 was. I never really saw Dota myself, but I know in theory. And then from that, you know, the progression into Dota 2, progression into League of Legends, I'm starting to realize how that kind of progressed, how it kind of happened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
really
they did a great job with the Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 campaign. The campaigns were a lot more as you feared or expected originally. In Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 1, they were a lot more boring and straightforward. A bit more same-ish.
Like repetitive, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and have you... So you kind of described what you imagined RTS would be like in multiplayer. When I, for instance, play... when I play FPS, I sometimes don't get it. I don't get what makes people feel good when they play, right? Like, I know you shoot people and they shoot you, but I don't understand the beauty of shooting people and not being shot.
You know? Oh, you still don't get it? Like, you don't understand the enjoyment of FPS?
Yeah, in a certain way I don't.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, even if... First of all, I almost never shoot anyone successfully, so that...
Almost?
I almost never hit anyone.
You want to explain the almost?
No,
oh,
in the game. What do
you mean because you can't?
What is...
You mean because your aim is bad?
Yes.
Okay.
What did you think I meant?
I thought you were being sarcastic about shooting in real life.
No, what the hell, Annie? She's crazy. She's crazy.
You were making a very like dark joke.
No, my aim is bad. I mean, okay, I'll try to say that next time then. Jeez.
I should have realized you're not American, so of course you wouldn't make a joke like that.
No. Oh, I mean, wouldn't I? I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, you probably would.
I might. Anyways,
yeah.
So let me try and explain what I find beautiful about an RTS, and you may find out what you think about it when you play multiplayer. So there are easy strategies and there's difficult strategies. There's different personalities. You've got aggressive players, defensive players. You got people that try to take an advantage by not just having one gold mine, but 2 gold mines. And then defending that. Whereas other players are like, nah, I'm going to stay on one base and I'll try it as big of an army as possible, as fast as possible. And then I do one big attack, try to finish them off completely. And then there's other people that are like, I don't think it's enough to have fun building up my town. I want to continually harass opponents and constantly annoy them, distract them, pick off a unit, and then go back and so on. So they like the constant contact with the opponent, to constantly skill check them and disrupt them and slow them down and follow them and etc. There's so many different play styles. You can really express yourself in Warcraft 3, more so even than in other RTS games. Because of the hero element, you've also got this growing power fantasy with heroes getting more and more powerful, getting all these items that if you're looking at my screen right now, you can see you know, all these items that can give buffs to the whole army. You've got all kinds of cool spells, summons, direct damage spells. You've got Thunderclap, just like in WoW. It slows enemy attack rate, albeit not by 10%, by 50% instead. So it's a lot better than in WoW. I'm pausing
better
to see.
Better than WoW confirmed?
Yeah, better than a Wild Thundercloud. And so there's all these different
Right.
spells, and there's all these different ways you can express yourself with. So these are my footmen over here, right? So if my Archmage, which happens to be Jaina, which is a skin, wants to walk somewhere, and the other guy has footman, he can perform like a surround, and then you can't go anywhere, right? And so by controlling your units in a certain way, you can prevent other people from moving to places. There's all these ways that you can beat someone, either with the mechanics of your unit control, or by making decisions, such as going for this unit instead of this unit. And everyone plays the game differently. You can already see different emerging styles from Guzu, Ampi, Tyler 1, Soda, and Dandy, and so on. And you will also end up finding your own style. So on this journey, which is starting now, and I don't know if you will continue after March 14th, but at least until then, in the next 11 days, you will be...
I'm going to continue. But
Cool.
I'm going to first make sure I complete TFT if I haven't finished it by then.
Oh yeah, after the tournament.
And then, yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So my plan is to do TFT like on the 15th, the day after.
Right.
But if before that, you did give the recommendation that I might go crazy if I play only PvP. That maybe I will put in a chapter or two here and there of TFT. We'll see.
Right.
But yeah, latest in general would be on the 15th.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm hoping for tournament number 2, of course.
Yep.
Grubby.
I will hopefully also plan. It might be bigger, maybe with 16 players.
Bigger? Ooh.
Might be fun. So yeah.
Sounds exciting.
That's for the future. A lot of planning. I'm also considering if I could make this tournament a 2-day tournament. But I need to check with all the participants because there are a lot of cool formats. I want to make sure that everyone gets enough playtime, plays against enough different people, that the tournament format is easy to understand but also interesting. And 2 days might be better than 1, but I would need everyone to sign off on it. The second day would be the 15th. It's not a must.
All right, so TFT 16th then.
Maybe, right?
Yeah, that's cool for me.
But this is the first that I speak to someone else about that.
Right, yeah.
So you'll be trying out maybe different races, different strategies, and you'll be finding something that you're comfortable with. There is a lot to learn. You'll be playing on many different maps. You'll be playing against many different opponents. And there's 1,000 different ways to lose in Warcraft 3. And part of the fun...
Is there 1,000 ways to win too?
Yep. 1,001.
Okay. Okay, good. One more.
Yeah. And when you play Warcraft 3, when you're gonna lose to a lot of different things. You're gonna beat different things. You will, in your first multiplayer games in particular, you will end up dropping initially, which is normal since it's a bit of an older game as well that has some people already. But there's plenty of newbies playing as well. When you play on W3 Champions, the platform that people mostly play on for a better community than on BNet, because it has community moderation. So we're a little faster banning, racists, snipers, D-rankers, ladder abusers, and so on here. When you play there...
How does that work? Do you install a separate client?
Yes. It's a third-party client. You log in with your Battle.net account. This is the way that W3 Champions makes sure that you have a legitimate copy of Warcraft 3 that is not pirated, and that we can also ban you if you are abusing your privileges on a user-made server. Like if you're being racist and sexist and so on, then you can get banned off the platform as well. Right? So otherwise we would have to rely on Blizzard. And while Blizzard is kind of in the building right now, they haven't always been in the last 5 years. So it was prudent and necessary to make a third-party ladder. And I would recommend for you to play there as well.
Does that mean that you're playing against only the people who also use that platform?
Correct.
So there's essentially 2 ladders?
Yes, correct. So little history. In 2020, Reforged came out, January of 2020, month delay after the initial release date. And there was no ladder.
Was it happy times?
Very happy times. In some ways, yes. And also a time of some disappointment, but focus on the good. There was no ladder then, so the community made their own ladder.
Oh. Wait, so what did you do before 2020?
So there was a ladder from 2002 when the game came out, all the way till 2020. When we had the old client, we had Battle.net. Just like you can still play Diablo 2 online, we had our ladder in Warcraft 3. But it wasn't very popular because it was very laggy. The infrastructure was of an older age, and so there was a built-in 150 ping before you even start calculating your own personal ping. Supposedly, it was because they wanted to give a ping equalizer feeling to people from all over the world. And we didn't know any better, so everything was really slow to respond in those days. So even then we had third-party ladders as well. Different platforms. Garena and Hamachi and all kinds of third-party platforms.
Oh, wow. Wait, so that means you had like multiple leaderboards.
Yep. And at the end of the day, if you were like a pro like me, you didn't care about ladder rank anymore. It was all about, you know, ELO ranking in the world, winning tournaments and all that.
But like, what would you do outside of the tournaments though? Like when you're playing to like practice
Skype. Skype and MSN
Oh, you
Messenger.
mean like you would play like pre-mades, basically?
I would wake up and I'll be like, yo, dude, can you play today? Practice. I would message like 10 people and then 4 would reply. Then I would cancel on 3 and play with 1. And then I would try to schedule the other 3 later. And I would spend like 12 to 16 hours practicing, quote unquote, but only 8 with people because the rest is waiting and begging on Skype.
Waiting. Yeah. Okay. So there was no like queue system that you could use for yourself to meet other people at high rating?
There was, but if you were very good, you could get actively worse from playing with the people that you played with on Battle.net because they were so bad.
Is this another flame? Oh my god! Yes, there it is.
Well,
okay.
It's just it teaches you
All
bad habits. You can imagine. Like, let's say if you're a chess grandmaster and you only play with your 3-year-old nephew.
Help
me. Help you.
Then you would get away with
your
anything.
Flame has no limits? Even Flame 3-year-olds?
Annie, are you clip farming?
No! I would never clip farm.
Alright, fair. So, there are definitely newbies as well, despite the name W3 Champions.
I can help.
The name may sound imposing, but there's going to be newbies as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So
a Warcraft 3 game.
When I start PvP, I need to download that. So for now it's fine because I'm going to play AI, right?
Yes, you'll start against AI.
Yeah.
The usual progression is campaign. Then you'll try to beat normal AI. Easy
normal.
AI.
What about easy? Yeah. Okay.
First, you'll try to beat easy AI. Then easy AI, if you... Yeah, I'm not going to say anything there. After you beat easy...
If you suck?
No, I was just saying if you have a basic skill, basic command of the following skills, but really it's a whole bunch of things. So, like, I would expect completely new players to lose against easy AI first, and there's no shame in that at all. If you can beat easy, then you'll start working on normal. And then if you can beat normal, you go to insane. Insane cheats, it gets 2x all resources. So the AI functionality of normal and insane is actually the same. It thinks the same, it builds the same, attacks the same, etc. But it actually cheats and gets double resources.
Oh, okay.
They
get double, but you don't.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
And this is usually, this happens in strategy games when the developer doesn't want to invest extra effort into making it so deviously smart that it would just, run circles around you and beat you like Google AI could for... It's an easy way to make an AI more difficult. Some people see it as like a cheated way to do it, but it is what it is. And once you can beat insane AI, then you can also go online and start playing multiplayer opponents. You will be learning build orders, which I heard you use the phrase earlier on your stream. You'll be learning kind of how to control your units and heroes in a more stress environment outside of the campaign.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I've heard people mention build order a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes during the campaign, people would be like, that build order kick W. So
so the campaign it teaches.
I'm not doing too well.
That's okay. That's totally normal. In the campaign, you usually start with a bunch of buildings, but in multiplayer, you start like this. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw. So There was one of the days when I was gonna raid, I think it was. I quickly made a game. I went in, but I didn't really do anything, and then I just like walked everything into enemies. But I
Right.
did notice this, and yeah, there is nothing else.
Yeah. So the beauty of Warcraft 3 is that you usually, I mean, you can play team play. Team play is very good, but you start with a one-on-one in essentially an state of equality. You both have 5 workers, 1 base, 1 town hall, and you start from there. And the
But
goal.
you would work in the same base?
Well, my base is here.
Or each?
Their base is somewhere else, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But the idea that you always start from an equal state is a deviation from, I would say, WoW Arena, right? Because you take your PvE loot. Some people have better loot than others. Or like a Makora, like Peekaboo's doing a Makora.
Oh, that's true.
Enemy
Yeah,
has
no,
like
that's true. Yeah,
15 world buffs and Fiery Enchant and
Yeah.
Righteous Orb and so on. So the cool thing is here you always start from like an equal state, and it's a test of skills.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. To be fair, lately in retail PvP, you don't normally want to take PvE items. I think because over time people have complained about those. So now most of the time the PvP gear is the best gear. But you do have to farm the PvP gear too. Like if you
In
go in
PvP?
and you haven't played, yes, in PvP as well. So you have to do PvP to get the.
Wait.
You first get the honor gear, which is like the green gear, and then you get the conquest gear, which is a limited amount of gear that you can get weekly.
But does it mean that PvE players are forced to play PvP even if they don't care for it?
No, because there's no rewards in PvP that benefits PvE. The PvP gear is pretty bad. The item level only works in PvP.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Warcraft 3, the simple elimination condition is kill all enemy buildings. That's the first thing you should know.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
So if they have one single building left on the map, they are not technically eliminated.
I saw your Ampy and Tyler versus you. Then you had one building that you were hiding in the forest.
Yeah.
Why did you stick with it? I wanted them to be confused.
Yeah, I should have. I should have
Because
just
you
seen...
exited, right?
Yeah. But after 2 minutes of not having a main base that can make workers, like this town hall, you will get revealed to opponents.
Okay, good to know.
It's like
so you can't just randomly make one building over there somewhere.
Yeah, you can, but they'll find it and then they can go for it.
Oh yeah.
There are like rare situations where it could be on an island that nobody can reach and they are out of money, and then you can actually get an actual draw where whoever leaves their...
How do they not reach it?
Well, let's say...
if they can't afford flyers?
Yeah, exactly. Can't afford flyers, can't afford a Zeppelin, which you can buy from a laboratory, and you literally can't get to the island, and you are separated by an impassable chasm, and somehow everyone's out of money and has no way to get money anymore. Then it's about whoever leaves...
Speaking of money,
yeah,
is gold limited?
Yes. This one is 12,500 gold.
Right.
You get 600.
So you can run out of money.
You get 600 gold per minute. So how long does it take to mine out this mine? Any maths on stream?
600. What is that? Like 20 minutes?
Yep. So a normal Warcraft 3 game is less than 20 minutes on average. It's between 8 to 15 minutes. It's quite fast. And on lower level, games can take a little longer because people don't know how to finish it, or for that matter, how to start it or how to mid it.
But the gold isn't the reason for that, is it? Because like you can just get other gold mines, right?
Yeah, you can get other gold mines. For sure. You can get other gold mines.
But that is how long it takes usually for people to build enough things to defeat the other enemy.
Exactly. By minute 10, you could have a significant force already that is strong enough to subjugate the opponent.
So on average, games are actually like 20 minutes?
I would say less. Maybe, I think I saw Tyler's average game length on W3 Champions, 17 minutes and some seconds.
Interesting. I thought the games were going to be a lot longer.
Yeah.
Maybe because I've been playing campaign, like these missions are like an hour long for me.
Yeah. I used to play the campaign you just did, on slow mode, so it's it's very slow.
On slow mode?
I played Brood War at the slowest, which is probably like 3 times less fast than how people play multiplayer. It is insanely slow. I would like watch the projectile from my flyers fly towards the opponent.
Why did you do that?
I was like a kid.
Like
I was
for
very no. I was very young, and I was just controlling one flyer at a time, and I would siege down. I remember I used to take 6 to 12 hours on one mission. I would play before
really?
and after school, one mission over several days. But you played a lot faster, so congrats.
I would hope so, since you were a kid.
Yeah, I was a kid. But you're a kid too, to RTS.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
So, even though the actual win condition is killing all the buildings, the way that people usually tap out is by typing GG, good game, and then leaving the game when they realize or think that they no longer have a chance to win.
What if you don't type GG?
Then you're Tyler 1.
Okay. And we don't want to be Tyler 1?
I mean, I've copied his titles recently, and there's some good in the man.
Yeah, I do feel like you've started to speak like him a lot.
Yeah. Well, not because I called Ampie a pussy now, is it?
I may have seen that clip too, yeah.
That's just a joke.
Right, of course. Do you think Tyler is joking too?
For sure. So anyways, when you think you no longer have a chance to win, you tend to just leave the game. It is considered BM or bad manners to let someone kill all of your buildings, like I let them kill all of my buildings in the 1v2 against Tyler Ampie. That's considered BM.
So did you feel bad? Is that why you didn't let them keep looking for your last one?
Yes, I had already stretched I had already overstayed my welcome in that game by Warcraft 3 ethics.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did it for fun, as a tongue-in-cheek joke.
Yeah.
And also, essentially, it was actually a good deed, because I was extending Tyler and Ampie's winning moment instead of cutting it short with a GG that some of the less experienced viewers might not understand.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think for entertainment purposes, it was nice to see the whole thing, and
See them destroy
I was hoping
my
you'd
base.
actually hide with a tree too.
Yeah, I was, but yeah, I didn't wait the final 2 minutes for them to find it. Could have been fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you know when it's the 11th hour? How do you know when it's your time that you lost? Well, that's gonna take some time. So don't feel bad if you overstay as a new player or anything, because you wouldn't know when you've won or lost without having the experience to put it into perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to teach you a couple of concepts of an RTS that the campaign does not do a very good job of teaching you, and that your chat, as many knowledgeable people as there might be in your chat, wouldn't be able to effectively tell you via chat.
Okay.
So it's a tough format for it.
Mm-hmm.
So an RTS...
I sometimes have chat saying 2 different things.
Yep. I saw someone say you should mount your archers on Hippogriff. You know, that's not a good unit. It took me a lot of effort not to say anything.
Wait, really? I shouldn't use them at all.
But they're just not that good. I mean, there's like very niche use for archers and hippogriffs.
Okay.
Well, you know, it's stuff like that. It's cute.
Okay.
Okay, so...
hey, at least I got the experience, now I can like laugh about it.
Yeah. And you haven't actually used an archer hippogriff yet, right? Like, you've only heard about it. Or have you done it?
I mean, like...
Have you had an
have you
archer
done
on top of a hippogriff yet?
Yes.
You
Well,
have?
I did in the campaign, yeah.
Okay.
Because in my first game, I didn't realize. I just summoned the hippogriffs and I didn't do anything with them.
Right.
And then people told me after, like, by the way, you're supposed to put the archer on them. And I was like, oh. So then in the second game with them, then I would put the archer on them. But I noticed that it's really annoying because it was difficult for me to see if the archer is even on it or not. So it was just like, yeah, it was just annoying.
Yeah, it's tough.
They're
It's
also
tough
so
to recognize.
small. I can't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you maybe you zoomed out too much as well?
Yeah.
Have you
probably
tried
zoomed
playing
out a
like
little bit
this?
Too much. No. Do you recommend that?
No, I don't.
Okay. I was like, that's really zoomed in.
Yeah.
It's like first person.
Yeah. Let's not do that. Okay. So a couple of I'm not going to go deeply or at all, I think, into strategies and build orders. More, I would
Okay.
like to help you understand a couple of concepts of RTS. And let's keep it short, because you're not going to be able to, retain everything if I start massive
Saying
chatting.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If something can be done and it's part of your plan to do it, it is more valuable to do it fast rather than slow. So for instance, you want a rifleman. You, Annie, you want a rifleman, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right? So how do you make a rifleman? Well, you need a blacksmith and a barracks. And then the barracks
A
produces...
rifleman is an upgrade from...
a rifleman is a unit that comes out of a barracks. So if we read the barracks... Oh, by the way, my first tip for you in Warcraft 3, read tooltips.
Yeah. I was trying to read, but it's so much information.
Yeah.
Like, and there's so many, like, even in the end with the Night Elf campaign, I was like, at first trying to read what each upgrade does. Like, okay, this one upgrades the armor. This one upgrades the damage. This one upgrades... And then in the end, I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm just upgrading everything.
Just get it all. Which is actually...
Just get all the upgrades.
That's how everybody plays. Tyler was playing like
Okay.
that. He got every single upgrade. He didn't even know what it did. He would get like ranged units, and then he would only upgrade melee attack, which didn't do anything because he didn't read it.
Oh,
He would be
no.
333 upgrades.
Right.
Eventually, he covered everything, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Totally normal. That's how everyone that learned the game via campaign plays.
Okay.
And so there are some habits that have to be unlearned. Because
Yeah.
if you and I start on the same footing, and I put all my money towards an army and no upgrades, and you first get all the upgrades that you can get in the game, then start making an army, well, then I've got the rule of the roost, right?
Like, you have an army and I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing, I read the barracks. So, by the way, I'm in a single player game now, a custom game, and I've created a game without an AI opponent, which I actually recommend for you to do first. So when you're in Warcraft 3, you go... by the way, you can click this to have a different look. This logo.
Oh,
Whichever
okay.
you
I
prefer.
didn't know that. Actually, yeah, it was on this first, and then people told me I should change it because that's the original.
Yeah, and some people think you can only change it like this. You go to the options, gameplay, then you scroll down and it says... where does it say? This one.
Oh, okay.
But you can also just do it here
Yeah,
in the main
yeah.
menu. All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
we click single player, custom games. You create a game on any map, doesn't matter. Just hit create. Make sure that we are on fast, not normal. Right here.
Oh. Is what is fast? Is that faster than normal campaign?
No, this is the same, I think, as you played campaign in.
Okay.
Press create. And then pick whatever race you want. And then click this computer normal and do open slot.
Okay.
And so now we have no opponent, which means when we start the game, there's instantly a victory screen. Press continue, and now you can play with no pressure, which is a perfect situation for you to be able to read things. Because
And also good morale, because you feel like you're winning.
Yes, sure. Because even in the campaign, you've always felt time pressure, content pressure, or whatever.
Yeah.
So if we're reading the barracks and it says trains footman, rifleman, and knight, and let's say for whatever reason, you want to make rifleman.
Mm-hmm.
And we make a barracks. I'm gonna press a cheat code to make it go fast.
Job's done.
And when we click the barracks, it says rifleman cannot be produced without a blacksmith.
Oh, that's why. Okay, because that's what I was gonna ask you. Because you said to make a rifleman, you need a blacksmith in a barracks, and I was like, oh, like why? Like, do you need an upgrade or something to enable them?
Yep.
But it just simply requires the building.
Exactly. And like for knight, it says you need the blacksmith and you need to be castled.
Which is upgrading the town hall.
Twice.
Harsh. Okay.
So if we want rifleman, then we know, if we remember that we need a barracks and a blacksmith. Which means that if I have money for a blacksmith now, which I do, then I would make the blacksmith as fast as possible. It's a very, it's like a simple deduction. Later on, we'll be playing a game. You know, my units are going here and there, and then I'm like thinking I need rifles. Then the moment that I become aware that I need it, and the moment I have resources for it, that's when I should make the blacksmith, so I can start making rifle.
Oh, you mean you don't make the blacksmith from the start?
Not necessarily. Well, maybe I'm not explaining it well. I'm trying to explain if you have a certain desire, you've got lots of resources, then you've made it too late. You should do it as soon as you have the money for it. Take Counter-Strike, for instance. If you have you ever played Counter-Strike?
Not really.
Yeah. Have you ever played another game than WoW?
I think I know how it works. You make the analogy. I think I should get it.
Yeah. It basically, because we are doing okay. Let me rephrase it differently.
Because you can like keep your currency between the games, right?
No.
In Counter-Strike, I mean.
Oh, in Counter-Strike, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's a bad example because there's like eco rounds and shit. Okay, forget everything I said.
Okay.
Forget everything I said.
Okay.
Warcraft 3 is a game about two things: creeps and enemy. You will play a single player game and you play a multiplayer game at the same time. Just like in World of Warcraft, there are mobs standing around. We call them creeps here.
Yeah.
And farming mobs, we call it creeping creeps here.
Creeping creeps. Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do some creeping.
Okay. Do you do it with peasants?
Sometimes.
What is it?
Really?
You can turn them into militia. I don't know if you've played around with that.
I don't remember. I'm not sure if I did.
There's a button. Call...
If the campaign told me to, then I did. If they didn't, then I didn't, I guess.
Okay. Maybe you did. You hear the bells. Anyways, in a game of Warcraft 3, you can have up to 3 heroes. And you will take a number of mobs to level up for your heroes to become more powerful. Creeps give gold, items, and experience. And experience gives level ups. And level ups gives bonus attribute points. Like bonus intellect, bonus stamina, bonus strength, bonus agility.
Oh, wait, you don't have a hero when you start.
Correct. We start only
In
with...
the campaign, we always have one.
Yeah, we always start with one. But here, we have to make an altar. So if you want to get more spirit, stamina, intellect, strength, and agi, then you will kill mobs to level up. So if you look at a hero, this is a paladin. It's one of the 4 heroes human can make from the altar. Then you've got these 3 attribute points: strength, agility, and intelligence. Strength, as you can read here, gives him damage, health points, and regen. And agility gives armor and attack speed. And armor means take less physical damage from physical attacks. And then intelligence gives mana and mana regen. So you see how int is like intellect and spirit together from WoW?
Yeah.
And strength is like strength and spirit together, because spirit also covers healing in WoW, right?
True, out of combat.
Yeah, out of... Wait, is it only out of combat? You might
I think so. I think it's out of combat.
Okay. Well, here it's always.
Okay.
And then you've got agility, which is attack speed and armor. So every time we level up our hero from level 1 to 2, we get 6 attribute points extra. And if, let's say you get 2 strength, that's 50 bonus health. It's quite powerful to level up.
Wait, you said for each level up you get 6 attribute points?
Spread out over strength, agi, and int.
Okay, so 2 to 2.
It can be 2 to 2, it can be 3, 1, 2. It can be...
like it varies?
2.7, 1.3, 2. Yeah, it varies.
But it's not random, is it?
It's not random, but it's predetermined for every single hero in the game. An Archmage will have higher int scaling, whereas a Paladin is going to have higher strength scaling.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when we kill creeps, for example, this creep camp right here, there's a level 4, 3, 2, and 4. And we are level 1. But heroes are stronger than mobs. Think of these as non-elite mobs.
Okay.
And so this hero cannot take these by himself. But if we bring a couple of units, for instance, 4 militia or 4 footmen, I'll just take the 4 militia because that's what we have here, then you can take down these creeps. And we also have a spell called Holy Light that you probably used on Arthas
Yeah.
that we can heal our units with. So we're going to kill 1 by 1 creeps, and then when this unit is low, we're going to press Holy Light to heal him. And we're going to kill the next creep, going to Holy Light him again if he's still alive. We pick up the item that dropped from this troll, kill 1 by 1, see +8, we get 8 gold from that. There's a yellow number that pops up. It says how much gold we get, +15.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And here's a Tome of Agility. Permanently increases agility. So right now we've got 13 agility, if you can see. Pick this up.
Yeah.
Boom, got 14. Bonus attack speed, bonus armor.
Right.
And then this is our XP bar. And now we leveled up. And that gave us 6 attributes. Just now we had 22 strength, now we have 24, etc. And when we leveled up, we can also pick new abilities.
Oh, was that a gold mine too?
Yeah, also a gold mine.
Oh. They were like defending the gold mine. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Every gold mine is defended by creeps. So if we ever want to expand, we have to kill them. This is not true in the campaign, but it is true in multiplayer.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't notice that in the campaign.
Yes, they give you gold mines for free there.
Yes, they do. Also, I think there's more gold mines here.
Yes,
And
well,
I
this
feel like in the campaign it's limited.
yes, that's true. That's true. This is one of the maps with the most gold mines. You see them spread out all around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's take a look at the map and identify the map. We see a lot of circles. Do you know what they are? The green and red circles?
No.
Yep. You wouldn't
Don't
be
think so.
expected to know. I don't think the campaign teaches it. So all these green circles that we see in the middle, those little green circles, they are creep camp strength indicators. Green are easy camps.
Oh.
Orange,
Okay.
medium strength. And red, danger.
So you went for medium before the easy.
That is true. And normally you would go for green before you go for orange.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't that hard this camp.
But the green is not defending anything. There's no gold or anything.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
XP.
Just XP. XP and gold. And sometimes items. I know from experience, but you wouldn't know, that these 3, level 1, 1, 3, don't have any items. But if you go to the next green camp, which is similar to the one we just did, but a bit smaller. There's only 3 maps here instead of 4, right?
Right. Yeah.
This one has an item. There's no way of knowing
Is it
except
random?
experience. It's a preset, and there's a set item class, but he can drop 4 different items. Could be damage, could be armor, could be attack speed,
Okay.
or something else.
So it's like drop rates and WoW. Like there's a loot table.
Yes,
Kind
yes, exactly. There's a loot table. So
Okay.
when you see this, level 7, Ogre Lord,
of. Oh, yeah.
you see he has 950 health. We check our own hero, we're at 700 health. Our hero
Right,
has
okay.
30 damage. This guy has 40 damage.
Yeah.
We would
That
lose.
doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah, we would lose 1-on-1 to him, never mind his cronies.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a red camp, if you see on the minimap, when I don't have the cheat with the Fog of War off.
Right. I see it. Yeah.
So we wouldn't take a red camp until we have like 12 units. We can take a green camp with no units or 1 unit. And we can take most orange camps with anywhere from 2 to 7 units.
Wait, there's orange camps with 7 units?
We take the camp when we have 7 units. So let's say, if you're wondering, can I
Oh.
take an orange camp when I have 3 footmen? Generally, the answer is no.
Even with your hero?
Yeah, 1 hero, 3 footmen is enough to take this orange camp that we just did, our gold mine, but it's not enough for this one. Unfortunately, there's quite a large spread in orange power. Realistically,
Okay.
there should be like light orange, dark orange, but there isn't. So
Okay.
you have to get used to it, and also see
Mm-hmm.
if there's a level 6 like this. And if there's more than 3 mobs, there's like 4 mobs. Mobs with mana is scary. You see the blue bar is like the mana bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you see a level 6. We can't take that with 3 footmen. We could take it with 6 footmen.
More farms. More work.
So,
Job done.
how does a Warcraft 3 game look like? Basically, you start your base by immediately constructing an altar. That way, you can
Yeah.
get a hero as fast as possible. The sooner you get your
Should
hero...
we start with that
yes,
before barracks?
yes. I'll show you kind of what a normal build order looks like.
Yeah.
And the reason... Okay, the reason we have build orders, by the way, in Warcraft 3, is because if we didn't have... It's kind of like a cooking recipe. We don't start by eating the turkey, then stuffing it, and then cooking it, and then
Yeah.
basting it, and then buying it. Like everything is in a
Mhm.
certain order, and there is a sense to it. We first want to have hero, and then we want to have an army, and then we want to go to get a higher quality army. And so, and let's say, right, you know about population?
Yeah, so like you build the farms to get higher population,
Yeah.
and I think from what I gathered, it's not something that I actually talked about, but I think every unit is maybe worth different amounts.
Peasants are 1,
Yes, me lord.
footmen
Yeah.
are 2, riflemen are 3, knights are
Yeah, because I
4.
noticed when I wanted to make a demo, like I needed multiple.
4, yes.
What is it?
Yeah.
More farms.
And heroes are 5.
Okay.
So if you look at my population situation right now,
Yeah.
I have 11 out of 12. If I have an altar
Yes, me
and it
lord.
finishes, will I be able to train a hero?
Job's done.
Yes, because I've seen it go above. So I'm assuming it's because you did it when it's 1 remaining. Is
Yep.
it true?
More
They're
farms.
5 pop.
Okay. Why is it sometimes it's above in that
Uh,
case?
I think it's almost never been above. Do you mean? Oh, it's only been above when you lose supply buildings. Let's say if you've ever seen VODs or replays where the number is red and the left number is higher than the right number, it's because you've lost farms.
But I think when I did the campaign, oh maybe because I think because I get okay.
I think
try
they
seeing
gave you
free
units for
units.
free.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
In the
see.
campaign, you can get a map trigger that gives you 6 units for free, and you'll be above.
Okay, yeah, I was fooled by that. So I thought, like, because there's different costs, if you're just below, you could cheat your way above it.
Okay, that's unfortunately not true.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So I know it may sound lame and formulaic that there's build orders because maybe you just want to like free build, you don't want to follow a pattern, don't like anyone telling you what to do. But it's really not so much as like following a rested XP as it is just making sense of the maths, of the logic, of the timings of things. And the game begins once you start having a build order. You can, of course, experience the joy of discovering your own build orders, which I personally find very fun in RTS games, just trying to see what works. But an example of how a build order does not serve to suit your purposes is if you make an altar and a bunch of peasants, like I just did,
What is it?
you've not made any farms, and you try to make your hero, and it says, hey, it needs 5 population. You see how it says a 5 with the chicken leg under
Yeah.
some amount of game?
Yeah.
But we only have 1 population free. So then we're like, oh shit, I need to make a farm.
Right.
And
And
it-
that could be annoying if you didn't think about it.
It's not just annoying, right? It's actively slow.
Time.
A farm takes 30
Yeah.
seconds to make, so now your hero is not out. Well, you can imagine if I go again now in WoW, I'm level 19. You're level 60, so
Will
it's going
you
to take me some
diagram
time to
what
catch
is
up.
your
And
next
if we muck
class?
around now, you would win because you're level 60 and I'm level 19. So it's the same in
Yeah.
Warcraft 3 because you're competing against another player. You make a hero and you want to start farming mobs. If you're a minute later than you could be, that's inefficient, and then you'll lose the game.
Yeah. Too soon to talk about the level 19 character.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Yeah, I think this is very different from what, like you mentioned, Rest XP. I think it's really different because in WoW you can actually do so many different things and it's totally fine.
It's free.
But here it's like literally handicapping yourself. Like it's
Yeah.
or not handicap, but just losing. Well, like you lose time in WoW. That's fine. Lost time is still enjoying the journey.
Yes.
But here you're losing because it's PvP. You know, like
Yes.
you're playing against something else. You're not playing on your own. It's not a journey. So that's why
Exactly.
it's different.
And that's where you'll find out if you like competing against other people directly or not. Those that do, they play games like this, and then
Yes, me
you'll eventually realize that they're always faster than you. So then you need to improve things. Right? So when we start a game of Warcraft 3, we always have a plan of I want to farm mobs, and faster is better than slower. The more mobs I farm, the more levels, gold, and items I get. And when I level up, I also pick new abilities on my heroes. And once I feel like I'm strong, or once I feel like it, I will attack them, or maybe they attack me, and then we have a fight. And then that fight will be determined by the quality of our army control and by the strength of our setup going into the fight. So if you show up to a fight with a level 5 hero, and I'm level 1, well, even if I try to perform very well, you will win. So the setup is valuable and the micro is valuable.
Right.
Makes sense?
Okay. Yeah. 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 It makes sense.
So Warcraft 3 is...
I'm just...
Yeah, go ahead.
I just realized something. There's multiple variations of the map, right? It's not just the same map when you play PvP, or...
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
why...
because I was thinking at first you can learn all the creeps, but then you need to learn them in the other maps too.
Yes, you're going to have 7 different maps.
Okay.
And that is challenging. That's why you need to give yourself some time to play the multiplayer.
And do you spawn at a random point on the map?
6 out of the 7 maps that I'm thinking of using in the tournament will be 2-player maps. That generally means when you look at the layout of the map and you're here, the other person is on the opposite symmetrical part.
Okay. Okay. Right.
This happens to be the only 4-player map, which means people can be here, here, and here.
That's more spooky. You're like closer to people.
Yes, it's exactly. And this has actually led to a lot of competitive imbalance because I'm starting a tournament on this map. If I'm next to them, I'm happy because I'm going to screw them over at their gold mine. But if I'm here, then I'm like, am I close to you? No? Are you here? No? Oh, you're in the 3rd spot, I check. Well, GG, it's too late.
Right.
So that has happened
Interesting.
before.
Yeah.
Yo!
So
More work. Right.
I think I'm gonna let you go soon to mess around with the AI, but just remember, we start our altar as fast as possible. Soon after, we follow up with a farm to make sure that we can get the hero supply free up, right? The food.
Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll also start early with a barracks, so we can start making a basic unit. Are the footmen the strongest unit in the game? No, far from it.
Ready to work.
But they're the only ones that we have
they're
access
good
to
enough.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
So they will be used for farming. It's like having a grey loot in WoW, where it's not our biz, neither our footmen are biz. We're looking to replace them. We try not to give away their lives cheaply and freely,
Righto.
but they serve for us to farm up our hero.
Job's done.
Gonna make a second farm. You're gonna need to make a lot of farms when you play human because they only give 6 food.
Yeah, I learned that from your video today.
Oh, nice. Great video. Hope you gave it a like.
I did. I also subscribed and also commented.
Thanks. Good for the algorithm.
Yeah.
So when the altar finishes, we pick a hero.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pick the Archmage. When the barracks finishes, we're gonna make a footman immediately. You're gonna end up making a lot of mistakes. It's totally fine. Chat helps a lot because many of them know the game already. Try to take it easy and give yourself time to think. And you can always press F10 to pause and think a bit. And you can always press end game restart to start on the same map again in the same conditions that you picked.
Do you not think I should go straight into PV AI?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I think it's...
Wait, you can. You can pause AI games.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Just press F10.
Right.
And if you want to redo something, just go to restart mission, end game, restart mission.
Right.
Then you don't have to do quit, make a lobby again, etc.
Okay.
In fact, when I play new RTS, I don't even go versus AI. I just do what I just showed you versus no opponents at all. But the first challenge, just so you can kind of work on your build order. But if you immediately want to go see if you can beat normal AI, I think that's also more fun for stream in a way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking like if I make a custom empty game, and then I made these 3 buildings, I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to test. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you can test farming up, but you would have no reference frame. You're
Oh,
right.
like creeping and stuff?
Yeah,
Right.
like creeping, discovering the map. But that's also something you can do off stream. I know sometimes you steal content from your viewers by not streaming everything you game, like in WoW.
I would never do. That's what you do.
All right, we both do it.
Yeah. I remember when you were in WoW like 6 hours before your stream.
A little morning WoW to kickstart the engine.
I can help.
You're right.
Violence.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean now. So to just practice creeps, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, yeah, I can build those buildings, and then what?
remember you can always pull up a VOD from anyone, right? Ampi, Kuzu, or me, or you can always watch replays. You can download replay and then you can just double click them in Windows and it'll automatically load up the game. There's plenty of study material if you are that kind
Yeah.
of player that likes to
Yeah.
also study. You can also try by yourself. I think if you manage to...
I like the in practice.
Right, yeah. A lot of people have that learning style. Everyone's different. So if you can beat computer normal today already, I would consider that to be a pretty good first step of your... sorry, I meant computer
Get
easy
stuck in
actually.
easy.
I meant computer easy actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
If you can beat
I was
computer...
like, I'm not even sure if I'm getting through easy.
No. You may not. You may not because it's all very new. But I
Yeah,
applaud
yeah.
your challenge accepted for this journey. And I'll be there again if you need more help later down the road.
Thank you.
Any
In terms of me making a decision
I'll take care of it.
of what race to play, should I
Mhm.
just play a few different ones versus AI and see how it feels?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Or do you have any other recommendation?
As I told you before, human is the most played, undead the least. This might be related to their difficulty. There's difficult and
Yeah.
easy parts of every race. I think one of the most important things, just like any WoW dungeon and raid, is you need healing. Everybody needs healing. Because while you maybe are watching right now and you see that I'm tanking with summons, I don't know if you took conscious note of that.
I did not actually,
Okay.
because they're temporary, so that's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, I'm tanking with summons anytime I can. Do you see how I move the footman away to make sure that the ogre attacks my water elemental?
Yeah.
They're temporary, they cost
See,
mana.
this is the interesting thing with if you don't know what you're looking at, you don't take in information. Like I didn't really realize that, but when you said it, I was like, oh yeah, I did notice that actually. But
Yeah.
I just didn't draw the conclusion.
I'll check it
So naming it helps, right?
out. That's curious.
Like
Yeah.
when I mention it, then you become aware of it. Now
Yeah.
you'll always recognize it. So same here,
Yeah.
right? It's nighttime right now. There's a crescent moon. The dots show when it's going to be daytime. There's 2 dots left. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so these creeps are sleeping, but not every creep sleeps. Golems don't sleep.
Oh.
So if we were to blunder into this camp, you see how they all have disease, but the golem doesn't?
Oh, can you pull the golem alone then?
Nope. They have a shared aggro pool.
Okay.
Every creep camp has a shared aggro pool. So you can never isolate them.
Does the sleeping matter then? Does it do anything for you?
Right now, I'm allowed to move in and weave past, and none of these creeps attack me. I can move through the middle and none of them attack me. But if it were daytime, they would attack me when I walk through them.
Right. Okay.
And for this camp, I can stand here if I want to, no problem, because he's sleeping. But the moment I go in this area, he wakes up, and he will then wake all the other 3 up as well.
Can you reach the shop then without reaching him?
Yep, right here and then here. Or like this, here, and then here. And we do this all the time in pro games, yes.
Ah.
But if you fuck up and you try to click here, but you accidentally go here, he will stun you and he
Yeah.
will all attack you.
Okay.
Good question, by
know.
the way. Can you reach the shop? All right, so if I were to creep this at night, I would summon a water elemental. I would first attack the creep with water alley. And now, do you see how? Well, that's a bad example.
He
Okay.
switched the target.
Yeah, they were all attacking the water elemental first. You can see by his damage. But there's also code in the
Yeah.
game that says never attack something that got ensnared first. It's like Gouch does a threat drop in WoW.
Oh, and they CC'd him basically.
Yes. He gets ensnared, so they switch target away from him. When I started playing WoW, I realized, hey, this game has some things in common with
Yeah,
Warcraft 3.
What's the plan?
that's where the original is.
That's where the original. So yeah, we send in summons first. As I was saying, Warcraft 3 healing is important. And so you asked about the
Yeah.
race, and I gave kind of a long-winded answer. But
Another month of
the way that
conflict.
human
Time to
heals
kill
things
the
generally is from priest. It's the I saw you saw that video, like what kind of healing types
Yeah,
are there,
I
blah blah
didn't
blah
know.
blah blah blah
Apparently,
blah.
it's like automatic, constant healing.
Priests have constant healing. That makes them have one of the easiest healing. This guy, look, I'm not touching this priest. There's a guy with damage there, and he instantly turns around. He's like, "Here, let me help you." He's full again.
More work.
Right.
See?
There was one thing I noticed, or I think people were saying something. Um,
Yes, my
there's a reason sometimes to attack your own minion. Why is that?
Oh,
What's the plan?
they're trying to teach you
Or is there
some
many reasons?
some advanced shit. I haven't even.
Something to do with aggro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Well, I'm gonna because you asked. I'm very happy you asked, Annie.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
I can like save a minion with it or something. I don't know.
Any other questions? This is so advanced. I haven't even taught Ampi and Tyler yet.
Okay. Is it a long answer?
No, it's very short. It's very
Okay.
short. I'm glad you asked. All right, cool.
Sounds
Look,
interesting.
they're all attacking Jaina. And then I summon
Yeah.
Elemental and... Okay, Elemental's a bad example. I bring in my Footman
What's the plan?
and notice
Okay.
how they're still all attacking Jaina.
Yeah.
So if I use Jaina and I issue an attack command on my own Footman, notice how they stop attacking Jaina?
Yeah, but they're attacking some random ones now.
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason is...
I'll check it out.
basically by attacking myself with Jaina,
Sounds good.
the creeps are
They
like...
think you've changed teams with them.
Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect way to describe
Actually.
it.
I'll take care of it.
It's like, oh, she's our friend.
Yes. And why they designed it this
Okay.
way, I don't know, but it has become an integral and interesting part of the game. So, if I'm attacking like this, and my Footman is dying, and I don't like it, then I can take this Footman and attack this Elemental up here, and they're like, you know what? That guy's with us. He attacks something that belongs to a player.
Well, you don't even have to reach it.
Perfect. I am glad you noticed that. It is not the act of landing blows. It is the act of targeting anything player controlled, which means,
I can
could I, do you think, attack my own town hall at home?
I'll check it out. Sounds interesting. I'll check
I
it
would assume yes. I don't know.
It's a suggestively put question. Yes, but sometimes it takes some time to notice. Yeah, anyway, it works. Yes. The answer is yes.
But
So,
it takes a lot more.
yeah.
That's more difficult.
Yeah, you
That's
need to
more
change your
APM.
camera and so on. So usually people do it with something that is nearby. So for instance, if I
Yeah.
now issue an attack command on Jaina with the water elemental, then my Footman will most likely die. Or, well, he attacked Jaina anyway. So yeah, this sometimes gets used. So if you want a unit to stop getting attacked, you can either remove him all the way from the fight, or you can do what the pros
Yeah,
do.
that's
It's
what I
like
usually did.
toggle a little auto attack on an allied unit, and you don't have to let the attack actually land.
You cancel it.
Yeah, I'm pressing stop.
Oh.
So I
S,
do
okay.
attack and then I stop. So he's like mid pre-swing animation, and it already makes that person not get attacked anymore.
Are you like doing an A attack?
Yes, because if I right click, it will just issue a follow.
I'll take care of it. I'll check it out.
So if you
Yeah.
want to kill your own units, you have to actually.
Right click is follow?
Yeah,
That's curious. I'll check it out.
Wait, I didn't know that.
dude, the game is so well made. There's so many like things
What
you
the
don't know
heck?
about. Do you know about like putting your barracks right click to do rally point? Did you know that?
Yes, I've been doing that because I would like queue up a bunch of minions and then I would right click on the portrait in the top left.
They taught you that? Or did you find that out?
So no one said this across several games. I kept asking, guys, this is really annoying. I want to change it so that it follows my hero. But if I press F1,
I'll take care of it.
then the target changes, right? Like if you click on the barracks and you're like building footmen, let's
Yeah.
say, like you queue them up, and then I want to put them on Jaina, let's say. I have to click on the minimap to find her because if I press F1, that changes my target to her.
Right. And then
Right?
your barracks is no longer selected.
Yeah, so I have to click on the minimap,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
click her, and then like
click
go
like
back
this.
to the town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was asking, is there a way for me to click her, target with the town without having to click so many times?
Yeah.
And then there was one chatter who was like, yes, you can click on the top left. And I was like, oh my God,
Yes.
thank you so much. Because I was struggling with that for a long time, actually.
Nice.
I kept pressing the minimap and then, right clicking.
Yep.
Because when I first asked, I was like, how can I quickly change the camera to like Jaina in this case? And then they would say, just press F1 twice. And I was like, yeah, but then I lose my target of the town hall.
Exactly.
Then that defeats the purpose.
But there is a way to. You can control group. Have you done any control groupings yet?
What is it? Righto.
I have, but not with buildings, actually.
Okay. So there are a few pro players that don't use them, but they're good despite of it, not because of it. Generally, it's a big plus if you do. So if my barracks is 3 or 4 or something, then I can go double F1, then press 3, and then make the footman.
Ready for action.
Right.
I don't have
I
to
just
double
find it
tap
so
it.
difficult because there's only a limited amount of control, like numbers I can press. Like
Yes. What else
how
are
many
you using
buildings?
them for?
So in the campaign, I oftentimes had too many
Units.
units for one group, so I'd
Okay.
normally make 2.
Okay, we got 2
So
for
that'd be like
units.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then I would usually have a group for like demolishers as well.
Very good.
So that's 3.
That's a great habit. Nice that you have that.
I'll check it out.
So you're already used to
Um,
using 3 groups for army.
Yeah, but it's really difficult for me to decide within that because I don't understand the units properly.
Yeah. Who goes
So
with
like
who?
for
You
example, yeah, because sometimes you can think like melee 1 and 2 ranged,
mean? Yep. That's
but
pretty good.
some melee is so weak compared to other melee. If they go in first, they just die instantly.
True. Like raiders, for instance, or huntresses sometimes.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, it's something that I'm still like thinking about because then maybe you want even more groups. But then if you have like 3 like small unit groups and then 4 is demolisher, like you don't have any more space.
Yeah. And
For
then
the
if
buildings.
you want to move around the map, it's you press 1 go, 2 go, 3 go.
Yeah.
Then when you decide you want to go somewhere else, it's 1 2 3 1 2 3
Yeah.
1 2 3. So it's a
Yeah.
lot. And once you go 4, it's like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4
Yeah.
5. It's too much. So I've never gone
And then
over
sometimes
3.
I realize like, oh, I forgot my demos.
Yeah. 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 So I only use 3 army control groups usually. Very
Okay.
rare to use another. Let's say if I
Okay.
have a bunch of flyings, but it doesn't make sense to add them to this group, and it doesn't make sense to add them to this group or this one, then I just take them all and I just right click on Jaina.
I can help.
Yes, me
I can
lord.
help.
Let's get some fighting.
I'm trying to think.
Oh. Yeah, well, see, I never realized
Yeah.
that there is a follow mechanic.
Yeah.
Sounds
And the cool thing is, it's not a dumb follow mechanic. They will actually sometimes start helping to fight as well when the fight breaks out. Even though they are
Right.
essentially on a permanent follow command.
Show us a target.
It's permanent?
Yeah, until they're selected again, they will never stop following her. Either she dies, they
What-
die, or you give them a new command.
What if they start attacking minions that come by? Does that cancel it, or would they continue following if you try to make them go away?
I don't know actually.
Sounds good.
You'll find out.
Wow.
Okay, there's
I'm gonna have to find out myself.
yeah. There's something important for fights that I feel like I can save you a lot of grief and frustration with.
What's the
It's the attack move command. Have you used this yet?
Is that A attack?
Yes.
A click?
A left click.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
yeah, I've been told a lot. I'm still not really used to. I tend to right click a specific minion because I like to. Like I like everything to attack one so that it goes down faster.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
not
interesting.
terrible. But let's say I have this army of mostly melee, and I right click this minion.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind this is my minion. I can't actually attack him by right click because Blizzard will interpret it as a follow command, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a left click now, but we will be assuming that this is an enemy unit, and I'm actually right clicking it.
Okay.
You follow the reasoning, right?
Yeah. Because you're showing.
Yeah, because I'm showing. So watch what
Yeah.
happens with melee. I'm actually gonna remove the range. Let's say this is my group.
Justice will be served.
You mean because like half of them won't even reach it?
Exactly. So what are these
Yeah.
guys doing? These that can't reach. They're doing nothing. They're trying to
Yeah.
get to him.
What would you ask?
So while what you're doing is fine for a ranged group, it's in fact good. It's called focus firing. In particular, melee can struggle to follow such commands. And Tyler was struggling with this a lot. Tyler, for a week or 1.5 weeks, was suffering what I call negative micro, which is if he walked away and made some coffee, he would have done better in the fight than what he was doing.
That's toxic.
I know.
He would do better if he was AFK.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
That's toxic. But true.
Let me face
It was true too.
as you wish.
So,
Right. And it's not toxic if it's true, right?
no, it's still toxic.
At your call.
But he deserves it.
Right. Okay.
For being so bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
It's just banter. It's just banter. All right. So usually the way that I like to do it is I take my group 1, which is my hero and all melee,
Sounds good.
and I do a left click. I know your chat has been telling you, and I know that as a streamer you need to become resistant to people backseating this thing all the time, and you'll do it in your own time, etc. But this is a problem because they can't all get to him, right?
Check it out.
So if you do a
Right.
left click behind, it is essentially a fire at will command. Everyone will attack who they are near to, which means that at the very least, your units are doing things.
Would it still prioritize where the mouse is?
No, it does not matter.
If there is that path?
That's
Okay.
a great question, and it does not. So basically, what it means, go somewhere, let's say here,
Sounds
and
good.
destroy any enemy that you meet in this radius.
Right. Okay.
Any
So
like
the priority is just first hit.
Sounds
Like,
interesting.
Yeah,
first distance.
for instance, I'm gonna make it daytime with a cheat, rise and shine. So if I right click here,
I'll take care of
this happens.
Yeah. Wait, some of them will just leave.
No, all of them leave. I right
Oh, you
clicked.
right clicked.
This is
Oh,
called
okay, now I
force
get it.
move.
it. Sounds interesting.
Right. Yeah, I thought you A clicked, and I was like, wait, some of them are just ignoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
No,
right
right
click.
click.
We call this force move,
Yeah.
move, or right
Sounds
click.
interesting.
When I
Yeah.
A move
Take care of it.
here, you would
Take care of it.
they will just start fighting.
Yeah.
And note, they start fighting whatever is fighting them. Initially, they didn't attack Ogolord because he was trying to get home. They are attacking. It's the same as in WoW, essentially. They're attacking
Yeah.
things that have threat on them. The reason that you saw an attack toggle switch here when you asked the question was because
Yeah.
I attacked my own things with Jaina, which was like a threat drop, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
when the Ogolord wasn't attacking me and I did an attack move, the Trapper got attacked first because he was attacking. He is generating
Yeah.
threats on me. That's why my units, with their standard AI, I have not given them a single command besides going here. That's why they start fighting back. And so once they're done with the fight, I still haven't given them any follow-up command. They finally end up going where they needed to go. So
Yeah,
in
okay.
order to
Mhm.
protect yourself from the dangers of inattention, if you make a habit out of always attack moving on the map like this, 1A left click, 2A left click, 1A
And then
left
only use ranged for like specific targets.
Well, first of
probably?
all, just map movement. If I'm moving around the map, I might run into one of your units. Whenever you see two more inexperienced players, you've got your unit moving right past mine without even so much as a high five. But the player that learns to move only with attack move
Yes, my lord. Say the word. Of course.
Yeah.
will get a hit in.
But that's like assuming AFK movement.
Yeah, that's assuming because
Can help.
RTS is a game of attention and APM. So the more you can automate things, the less speed is required.
My lord.
Okay.
So the doing an A move on the map is the automation of if you find an enemy, kill it. Now, if
Right,
I
okay.
right click, then it requires me to look at the minimap. It's like, oh, he encountered the unit. Quick, kill it.
Mm.
Y-
Mm-hmm.
So all of this is to make the game easier for yourself after
Right.
making it harder because we have to do a left click instead of right click, which is one more click.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. In
And-
an intense battle,
Yeah.
I swear.
would you not ever try to take down the ones that are low HP?
You would.
Word.
You would. You already have the right mindset for it. You already said you like to take down low units. You like to target fire. This is all correct. And you also just asked 1 minute ago, should I use range unit to target fire? Yes, absolutely. So group one,
Okay.
we A move so that they can wrap
Mm.
around the enemy and attack fire at
Mhm.
will. Group one is our
Mhm.
melee. Group two, which is our ranged,
All
we
right.
kill him,
That's it.
right?
I'm dead.
Because he's low.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kill him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And that's how a general fight will go. So anytime you meet an opponent, you have an army. First you A move everything. 1A left click, 2A left click. And then you start looking, okay, who needs to die first? Then you click that one.
Right. Okay.
And sometimes you don't select the whole group, but you're like, you guys will kill this one. And you guys will kill this one. So you're deviating from crutching on just using your control groups.
Right. Okay. And you normally put your heroes in your group one?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
So it's nice to keep all track of all your heroes together. You can also use F1 and F2, which you already found out.
Yeah.
But I'd like to put them
Because-
all together as well, yes.
Yeah, I normally put them in group one, but then I notice many small units are faster than the heroes. So then the small units end up attacking and getting aggro first.
Yep.
So I started doing it like go in with F1, F2, and then press 1.
That's
and
perfect.
Put everything in.
That's good. It sounds like you're already thinking about these, and it's not important to get it right. It's important to think about how you want to move your army. You're already doing that. That's great.
I'm thinking.
What's the plan?
Thinking is good. It's pretty OP.
First step.
Are you using
Okay.
tab yet?
I'm aware of it, but I haven't. I was trying to do that actually today with my bears. It was actually really confusing. So I had all the bears in group 1,
Yeah.
and then I tab, but then it targets all of them at once. So when I go out of bear form, they're all out of bear form.
Yes.
So
For
that
bears.
was not my intention.
Yeah. I heard you had some bear troubles. For bears, you need to do like this. You go out of form, then you go out of form. You have to
Yeah.
click them one by one.
But what happens actually in the game when you press rejuve and you have 3 of them targeted?
Then it's smart casts. It will take the nearest.
The nearest bear?
Yeah, I can show you that. So
Because I was wondering, I was like, wait, did I just waste mana of 3 of them? Because the healing doesn't stack, right?
great question. In StarCraft 1, it is like that. If in StarCraft 1 you were to do a rejuvenation with 10 bears, it would do 10 rejuvenates
Yeah.
on one target.
Like she has the best
But the engine got
And do they
smarter.
stack at least?
No, no, they don't.
Oh, it's just a waste of mana.
Yeah, it's just a waste. Like, let's say Psystorm, the equivalent of Blizzard, of Mage in WoW. You do 10
Right,
Psystorms
yeah.
in one place, it does not stack. No. But
Okay.
engine got smarter. So watch what happens when I've got Inner Fire. This will increase the target friendly unit's damage by 10% and armor by 5. That's pretty good, right?
Okay.
Will last 1 minute, 35 mana.
Okay.
So if I press F, which is my hotkey for it, and then I click on the footman, who will go? Jimmy, Joe, or Jones?
Jimmy.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
ails you?
Okay. So it's not so bad then to click rejuve, but I guess the problem is I need to first get out of bear form.
Yes,
So
and
then I
that one,
couldn't do it as a group.
that one has been contextualized as a group command because Blizzard assumed it would probably be better, like that you would probably, when you do that, would want all of them to transform. So that you don't have to go like on 10 bears, you're like transform. So yeah, the transformation is a group command that gets issued to all of them, essentially 10 commands for 10 bears at the same time.
Yeah.
Whereas rejuve, because the game knows it doesn't stack, it has separated its functionality invisibly from you, but learned through experience.
Interesting. Yeah, that's good. I was worried that I was wasting mana because I wasn't sure who was actually casting it.
Yep. No, that's cool. I like your questions.
Is someone
So if you wanted to holy light something and everything is in one group, you can either press F2
ask of me?
and then holy light, which is my paladin here, F2,
At your
right?
call.
Oh, right. Okay.
Think here.
Or I can press Control
Wait.
Group 1. Yeah, go ahead, question.
Can you repeat what you just said?
The first produced hero in a game of multiplayer is contextualized to be F1
What's the
right
plan?
here.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
no
And the
worry.
second produced is
Oh.
F2 and the third is F3.
When I played the campaign, I was so annoyed that Tyrande was my F1
Yep.
and Malfurion was F2.
Yeah.
Because whenever I pressed group, I wanted, like when I pressed 1, I wanted it to target Malfurion first.
You could have done
Because-
that if you went to F10, options, hotkeys, general, you could have swapped it right here.
Oh, like temporarily swap keybinds.
Temporarily swap it for that one mission, yes.
But would that really fix the issue though? Because when you press 1 in your group,
Oh, no, you can't fix that.
it's not about keybind, right?
I can help.
In I believe I believe it takes the highest level hero and puts it first in the group in the south
Okay.
of my screen right now in the UI.
Okay.
So yeah, that you'll have to get used to.
Okay.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it's also in order
'cause
of what they
his-
were made. Oh, chat says I'm wrong. It's in order of that they were made.
Okay. Because his ability with the trees was pretty interesting, and Tyrande, like no offense, but like her champion's so boring.
She's very
Outside of
boring.
like her ultimate,
Yeah.
she's just not really doing anything in the fight.
Why would you want her to be
'cause-
first? Yeah.
Yeah, so like when I pressed 1, I wanted to activate Malfurion. Then I'm like, oh shit, I need to press F2.
You could have worked
that-
around it with the hotkey like I just showed, but she would still appear first here in the UI in the bottom.
Yeah, that was the thing because I wanted to press 1, and then I wanted that to give him, you know. The F1, F2 is fine. Like
Yep.
I could, yeah.
But anyway, if I wanted to holy light someone, I would probably press 1,
That's curious.
my control group, right?
Oh.
What's the plan?
Not
Oh, yeah,
F1,
okay.
but 1, because I made a control group with control 1. You know about that, right? Yeah, you know about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you have to. Can you holy light if you're not Oh, you're tabbing.
Yeah, you have to press tab. So my muscle
Right.
memory would become 1, tab, T, left click.
So you would think about that.
Yeah.
Like you would keep in mind that it's your second champion and that's the
Yes.
ability. So you press 1 and the tab and the ability.
Yeah.
You don't think just F2 and the ability?
Yeah, that's also okay, and sometimes I do, but I barely think about it anymore. It's about you finding the comfort of which one you prefer to do. Both are totally valid.
Okay.
Kill mobs, level
Makes
up,
sense.
get strong, mine gold, mine
Yeah.
lumber, make units, make bigger army, smarter army than enemy, kill their hero, kill their units,
That's curious.
not necessarily in that order. Start killing their base, they will quit. You win.
That's curious.
That's the purpose. Make everyone quit Warcraft 3.
And make everyone quit Warcraft 3. That's the ultimate victory.
Do you heal in the party frame too?
Yep.
Let me face the peril.
I'm trying to think here. You asked for
I am
it.
not afraid.
Wait, did you just heal with
This one.
portrait?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you meant
I meant like
this
when you
one.
press 1. Yeah.
It all works. That's the great part. It all works. It just works.
So just get used to whatever feels good.
Yep. It's
Okay.
sometimes harder to find Jaina like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's nice to get used to using portraits.
That's the plan.
Like, where's Jaina? Right over here, or
Yeah,
right over
yeah.
here.
At least the heroes, they have like the level and stuff, which makes them a bit more visible. But
Yeah.
with units, sometimes it's hard. So then
I can help.
the
Yeah.
frame at the bottom.
They have
helps, I think.
levels. They have the small blue hue aura underneath.
Oh, I
their
never
feet.
noticed that.
That's curious.
Yeah,
At your call.
I think.
Interesting. Yeah.
Can anything be done to make that bigger? Do you use this? Use special hero status bars.
I have no idea.
Take a look.
What does that change?
Oh.
I'm not in the game. You want me
Okay.
to open
No,
the
no,
game?
just look at my screen.
Okay.
So right now,
So
when
what did that change?
let's see. Right now, I see a green bar, a blue bar, and I see a tooltip Jaina level 3 right over her name.
Yeah. Oh, you don't see the 3. Okay, yeah, I definitely have it on. I see the 3 next to the name. I mean, next
Yeah.
to the HP.
What's
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so that is a new reforged function. Back in my day, we
Oh.
didn't used to have this, and you wouldn't have that indicator.
But
that
do
they
you
did.
use it?
I use
Like,
it
do you
now,
approve
yes.
of the change?
I
Okay.
approve of the change, yes. It wasn't always like that, but I have gone with the times. You know, back in my day, we didn't even used to have a mana bar.
What?
You just had to, you had to click enemy
You just
heroes.
guess?
No, you had to click enemy heroes or your own, and then check the UI, see how much mana they have.
Oh, okay.
Like right
the
now,
numbers.
if Jaina was my opponent, I'll be like, oh my god, she's got full mana. But back in the day, I'll be like, oh my god, a hero, click it. Oh, she has mana.
I'll take care of it. Sounds interesting. I'll take care of it.
But can you see opponents' specific stats like that?
Yeah, you can click enemy hero. I mean, I can click this creep, right? I see the same thing. He's got 300 mana.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Of course. Okay, okay. So
And,
it's the same in PvP.
Yeah, and you can see
Okay,
enemy
makes
items
sense.
as well, which is a difficult to train skill, but it can be useful because would you want to know or would you not want to know if the enemy has loads of rings of protection that give them loads of armor that gives them 42% damage reduction? You might want to know.
Oh.
Before you focus
Yeah,
them.
you want to know. Then you
Yeah.
just leave.
Well,
Or no way.
well, let's say if I click a hero, he could either have 3 rings of protection or 3 claws of attack. If he has 3 claws of attack, I might think, ooh, glass cannon, let's burst him down. But if he has 3 rings, I'm like,
Right.
I'll deal with you later. I'll kill the units first. Because it's stupid. Why would you focus
Yes.
warrior tank over
Yeah.
a warlock in the back?
Yeah. Makes sense. Warlocks are pretty tanky too, to be fair.
Okay, bad example.
Mage.
Don't woman-splain me. No, you're right. You're right. Warlocks can be quite
I mean,
tanky.
depends in what context, to be fair. Because,
Okay.
yeah, warlocks are tanky, but they don't have anything to stop anything, whereas mages can be annoying because they can slow you and stuff like that.
Yeah. Should I have said mage? Mage is probably least tanky. Hunters can be tanky too. Mage
Probably
and
mage,
priest.
yeah.
Mage, priest. Probably
Oh, yeah,
fragile.
priest.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't let them heal.
So there's lots of
Okay.
build artists out
Oh.
there on websites and of course my Discord, YouTube.
Right, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, when people were explaining to me when you can shift click to queue up
Oh
like
yeah. That's very
actions,
important.
then my initial response, like my instant reaction was like, oh, it's like Sims.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah, I just wanted to
I don't know. Can
hear
you
what your
explain?
opinion on that
Do you
is.
care to explain?
Well, so I've never played a game where you queue up actions, except in The Sims. So in The Sims, you can like queue up different actions. Like for example, pet your cat, and then go on the computer and search for a job, and then go and water the plant, and then go and make food, and you can queue all these actions
With shift?
by just. Actually, you don't need shift; it's just automatic.
Ah.
But to like visualize the idea of queuing up actions, my understanding was like, oh, it's like Sims.
That's a great comparison.
Thank you. I mean, can you think of another game where you queue up actions?
Heroes of the Storm, you played it. But it's also
you
without
queue up actions?
Yeah, with shift.
I probably never knew that, to be fair.
You played over 12 hours of HOTS since 2016, and
Yeah.
possibly more before.
Yeah. 12 whole hours. Yeah, I do
And
think I played before as well.
You don't know
But I'm
about
not sure how much.
Shift in Heroes of the Storm?
I don't think so.
No, it's because
think so.
Heroes of the Storm was built in the StarCraft 2 engine, and StarCraft 2 is an RTS, and Shift is endemic to RTSs.
Can you do that in League too?
No, you can't, which is really confusing. Imagine if you think you're telling your champion, go here and then go here. And he's like, see ya, nerd? I'll only listen to the last thing you said. Go here
So you
and
can
then
do that
here.
in HOTS. Like, go here and then here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, I played HOTS super casual. It was like viewer games all the time. I never played a single ranked game. Like, I just played for fun. Like, it was very, very casual. I was not learning anything. I was just hopping in.
Yeah. So, watch this.
Yes, me lord. Righto. What is it? Off I go then.
Glad I could help.
Lol does not have
Just making them go in circles.
Yeah, but it's like, it's useful. Again, we are doing automation. I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
played
yeah.
Factorio.
No,
Automation, right?
I don't
It
think so.
can be very useful. For instance, if I want to buy an item from here, I click
Sounds
here,
interesting.
then hold shift,
I'll
click
check it
here,
Sounds
here,
good.
here, and then
Sounds
here.
Oh my god. Okay, sometimes I had this issue when I want to go from A to B, and then my stupid units would walk through the enemy camp.
Oh no. If only
I
you
can
listen
just
to your
do it
chat
this way.
and use shift command.
I never thought about like pathing.
Yeah.
I mostly did it for like actions.
Yeah, it's pathing
Building
and
them.
actions. Even if I'm looking at it and
Interesting.
controlling her right now, I could still do this, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're securing a safe passage.
Yeah.
You see
yeah,
how
yeah.
they eat every flag?
Are you sure she's eating it?
I mean, visual,
I am not.
kind of metaphorically.
What would you
Okay.
ask of me?
I'm trying to think.
Shift queuing, very
yeah,
helpful.
That's a very good point.
You can
Yeah,
even
yeah.
do it like this. Kill the footman, then kill the flying machine. So I A left click, and then I shift A left click this one.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, so if you've got, 10 riflemen,
Yes, my
and you know it only takes like a second to kill this priest, then you
you
might
can
as
queue up
well
more.
target a new unit right afterwards.
I think I asked the chat, but I probably was so into my game I didn't see the answer. When I'm repairing something with my wisps, can I make them go into the gold mine straight after with the shift click?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Righto. Yes, me lord.
Yeah,
Is someone injured?
interesting. Because sometimes I
just
forget,
did- I
and then they're
just
just
did it.
standing there and not doing anything.
Also, when you make a building, after you finish the building, get your ass back to work
Right.
with
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah. Sometimes I mess up the shift. I made like a order of like 3 buildings, but then I clicked something and then none of them got built.
Do you do this?
Off I go then. Righto.
Yeah.
And then you do this.
Yes, my friend.
And
Wait, so wait, what did you do that stopped it?
well, you do this, and then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go attack them, guys. You take
Oh,
the
yeah,
peasant.
yeah.
You're doing this. You take. Tyler's
Yeah,
doing this
pretty
all the
much.
time. And he's like, fuck you, get back to work. And he'll do this, and he takes everything again.
Yeah.
Make the building. Why are you not making the building? Because you keep telling him to stop.
Yeah. It's like, didn't I build a tower here already? Like, what's going on?
Aid required.
Oh, you should also know about this. When you hold shift, you
Okay.
can deselect.
Yeah, I noticed that actually.
Okay. Do you also know about this?
Because sometimes if I have 12 units in the group already, but I want to replace one because it's low HP and take a new
Ah.
one,
What ails
and
you?
then I shift click to remove one and then
Yes,
pick a new
my
one.
friend.
Yep. This is control group 1.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone injured?
I'm only selecting peasant. I press shift 1. Then I click altar.
1.
Now when I press 1,
Is
he's
someone
part of it.
injured?
So what you're doing, you have control group 1,
Yes, my friend.
right?
Is my
And then
aid
you do
required?
shift
Yeah.
and you select him, and then you do control 1 again. You're overriding.
What ails you?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, that's what I normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this cool thing where this is control group 1,
Yes, my friend.
and I press only him
Well,
and
why are you pressing the altar?
to show that I'm deselecting them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the altar.
So you deselect them.
I'm just showing you I'm deselecting. The altar has nothing to do with it. I just want to
Okay,
show you
okay.
that without touching
You're
the
selecting
priest,
something else.
without touching the priest again, I select peasant. I press Shift 1, and now when I press 1, it's all of them.
So shift with a number is adding to that control group.
Yes. So essentially, Shift 1 is add to control group. Control 1 is override control group.
Wait, that's so useful. That's much better.
So useful. And nobody knows it. Literally nobody knows.
Yeah, because
this.
I always shift click the minion and then I press control 1.
Much harder.
It's more clicks.
Shift 1, Shift 1, Shift 1, Shift 1, Shift 1, Shift 1. Now I press 1. It's all of them. Yay.
Cool.
Cool. That's an
Oh
important
my
one.
god, the amount of times I have to like target the demos that are like so far away from each other.
Yep.
I can just on new ones just press shift 3.
I've seen Soda and Tyler like this. They got peasants in their group by accident. And then how do they get rid of it?
Happens to me too.
They do this, 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 then shit, oh, they're still in the group. Then they try to do this. It's like, ah, fuck. And then this, and then they do control 1. But it's easier if you just do like this.
Oh, they don't shift click them at least?
Just do like this,
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
and then control 1. You don't need to like draw the perfect box and make sure that there's no wrong unit in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
perfect
yeah.
box.
Okay.
Show her shift clicking.
Yeah, 'cause
icon.
sometimes-
Yeah.
Yeah, when you so if your 3 demos are in the same window, then you can double click it, right? And it targets all of them.
Yeah.
And then you can easily make a group.
Or
But
contr-
when
or
they're far
control
away
left
from each
click.
other,
Control left click
Control
is the
left
same
click?
as double click.
oh, that's better. I hate double clicking.
Yeah, control left click. I like it too. You don't need to be as
Okay.
fast for it either.
Nice. Okay. But that's only in the same window, right? Because
Yes. Well, not exactly. Look at this peasant. He's not in the window now. He still got selected.
okay, so a little bit
Love
more than the
all
window.
Slightly
all your
more.
content and collaboration.
Okay.
Feel sorry about the druid destiny.
Yeah.
Zug zug.
I'm actually trying to find the cutoff. What the?
Is it maybe
What?
distance from each other
What?
and not the camera?
Oh my! I think you're right.
Is it?
What is going on here? It's distance based. What the fuck? What? She's right. It's distance from the original target.
Nice.
Yes, me lord. Yes, me lord. What is it?
So you joined the call today to learn things, right?
What?
Yeah.
Yes, me lord.
I need coaching.
Lord. More work. What is
Oh my
it?
god! What is the distance? It's like one screen distance from the focal point of the main unit.
What is
See?
it?
Okay.
You're
I see what you mean. Yeah. So when it's
Well, I
centered.
didn't vote for you.
Whew!
Whoa! What happened?
She almost died when
They
the
woke
creeps,
up.
Yeah, when creeps wake up.
Oh, wait, how did you know she was in combat?
Oh, I saw her health.
Oh, was
drop.
it red on the minimap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this is a really obscure thing. I might as well tell you since it just happened. If you're peacefully standing next to creeps that are sleeping, and it
Yeah.
turns to daytime, which aggroes them, even if you're
Yeah.
technically not in their aggro range, your units will helpfully attack them because they quote unquote became available targets.
Sounds
Like I
interesting.
could come here in the daytime and it'll be
Sounds
fine.
interesting.
But if it's night and it turns to day, she will give an attack and
I
suicide.
can help.
Interesting. So she behaves differently.
When it turns to daytime,
Yeah.
make
yeah.
sure that all your units are not currently near a cap. I'm not even talking about standing in a cap, just near a cap. If they're within range, they'll be like, fuck you. And they're like, fuck you too. And they start fighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You're the first I taught this because it happened to come up.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the coaching, for teaching me about the peasant.
More work.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. But
Oh,
with
you were
the
asking the 3
reason for
demos.
that
Yeah.
mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now if I make a new one, I can just press Shift 3 immediately. I don't even have to
Yes.
target everything. It's so good, actually, because so many times I'm like moving my camera around. And
Yep.
is there a way to find all your demos if you happen to lose it?
Nope. We
That's
do.
great.
I
Okay.
used to do this post-combat minimap scan. It's like, where do I see anything on the map? It's like, oh, I found. Oh, there he is. Yeah. So you just have to
There
look
he
at
is,
your minimap.
yeah.
It's like, oh, I see something
Yeah.
white here. See something white here. Okay.
Yeah. So look out for the white dots on the map. Makes sense.
Do you know how Town Portal works?
Um,
Sounds good. I'll take care
everything near you? I've never actually used it
Yes. Everything near you. Maybe this near
around that much. Okay.
comes
Oh,
with
so
you.
it's pretty generous.
Yeah.
That's curious.
And then it goes to a range around your town hall of about
You have a target?
Mhm.
this much. And you can aim it.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, so when I TP, let me get some more TP so I can play around with
I'll
it.
take care of it. Sounds interesting.
When I TP here, must target friendly town hall. Too far.
Glad I could help.
Okay.
Hey Grubby, what's the hardest maximum challenge
That one
you
worked.
think you could beat Tyler 1?
Oh. Do you have to target? Can't you just just port me?
Yes, you can double tap. Have you done that?
No.
Okay, if you double
Sounds
tap,
interesting.
you go to the latest made highest level town hall.
Okay.
So if you have two
Right,
town
okay.
halls, the beginning one and you made an expansion, and they're both tier 1, you will go to the latest made, the new one.
Okay.
But if this one is tier 2 and a keep, and this is a town hall, you go to the keep. So first it's the highest level, and then the latest made of
Mhm.
that. And it always goes to the bottom left.
Bottom left?
So
Isn't this bottom right?
she teaches something else.
Okay. I mean, it is left of the farm, so yeah.
No, yeah, it always goes to the bottom right.
Okay.
If there's no space, it'll be displaced here.
What's the
And if there were no space here either, then where will it go? It starts pathfinding around like this. It starts scanning, and then like this and like this. Okay, let me actually see where this one goes.
Sounds good.
I wonder if it's gonna be here or here. Okay, I double
Ooh,
tapped
went to the
this,
top.
but there was no space, so it
Oh,
pathfinds.
even though it took all of those minions with it,
Isn't
like
that
now there is space, technically.
Yeah, isn't it funny? It couldn't have known that there was no space because at the moment she
Yeah.
portaled out, there was no space. So she decided to go
Yeah.
here and then took everyone. So
Yeah.
ironic, and now they're stuck.
I'll take care of it.
And this is never gonna happen
Oh
to
my
you
God.
when you're playing. You will never ever get your hero stuck, and chat will not laugh when it happens.
I'll check it out.
I had one minion stuck today, but I was playing Night Elf, so I could just move it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, just
Sounds good.
uproot.
I'll check it out.
Now you have to destroy it, I guess.
Story farm.
Nice. What do you think about colored health bars? Like team color.
I will be watching your stream less if you do that.
Wait, actually?
I think it's so ugly, but
Really?
yeah, I okay. There's an aesthetic reason I don't like it, and there's a gameplay reason. First, I'll
Okay.
give you the autistic reason. The aesthetic. I think it's ugly.
Like it's wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
okay.
feels wrong to me. But let's talk about actual gameplay.
Plan.
So all of them are dark blue, and when I start attacking this unit, his health bar goes down, replaced by black, but the contrast between blue and black is not that high. So I have to notice how little blue there is compared to black.
Ask for it.
So when he's half-life,
Yeah.
I don't feel the urgency of his impending death because it's not as immediately apparent to me
I hate
that he's suffering. The color remains the same, and colors are emotions and danger. Red is danger, etc., etc. So, like, yeah, it may be obvious to people that he's low. To me, it's less obvious than when it looks like this, because now he has gone from green,
Ask for it.
a healthy color, to less green, yellowish, beginning yellow, lower yellow, orange, deep orange, and then red. So I feel like it's super obvious when they're getting hurt.
See, I agree with that, but when playing against others, I mix my units with theirs.
And that's the reason it exists, and that's the reason people use it. And Soda also uses it, and if that helps you, then you should just do it. And I'll try to get over it.
Wait, does Tyler not use it?
Tyler is a beautiful classic purist with the colors.
Okay.
Because this didn't used to exist.
Wait, did you notice? Did you notice in WoW, he didn't change his colors of the party frame for like 2 months.
Yeah, I noticed.
It was so awful to watch.
Adults are cringe.
Yeah. But they're so useful. It gives information.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, in this case, it's actually, it's like a noob thing, I guess, because because people are like, you just look at the unit itself. Like, yours are blue and theirs are red. And it's like, in the middle of chaos, I don't see how the unit looks like.
You see 30 green health bars. Yours are green, mine are green. And look, if that's what you need to have visibility greater, I think you should just do it. And don't let anyone else tell you that you shouldn't. It's your choice.
Okay. So I should ignore if I have people telling me that they're gonna watch less?
Yeah. I ignored people telling me to turn off error speeches for a long time.
I hate resorting to violence.
Oh, me too, actually.
I like the error speech, I said for months.
Did you mean it?
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, listen to
Okay,
Warcraft
fair
3. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. I hate resorting to violence. I'm here to help. Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. I love it.
That's curious.
That was the first thing I noticed when I was in this game. I was like, guys, why is no one complaining about the error speech? This is so much. This is so much error speech, and wow, people complain immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, but, well, maybe the quality and variety and humor and atmosphere and of these units is a little better than like not enough energy.
Is there that much?
There's so much variety. Listen.
Yo, Grubster, it's been so fun to
Yeah,
follow
if you
the
click
whole
them.
WoW process
No, I mean,
and now
moving, it's like
everyone trying
3
out
different ones,
WC3.
maybe?
What's the
Right?
plan? I'll take care of it. Sounds interesting. Sounds good. I'll check it out.
Wait, I
Sounds
don't hear
interesting.
your game,
I'll take care
actually.
of it.
Really?
Sounds good.
Wait.
I'll check
Do you hear it
your
now?
game,
I'll
actually.
take
I
care
don't-
of it. Sounds good. Sounds interesting.
Oh.
I'll check it out. I'll take care of it.
Oh, now I
I'll
do.
check it out.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. Sounds good.
There's like 4.
Sounds good. I'll take care of it. I'll check it out.
Okay, it was like 4.
By the way, you
But
can
you're
use...
clicking much more often.
Yeah, I'm clicking a lot. You should click a lot too. It helps a lot.
Oh yeah, just clicking.
Yeah, more APM. It's impressive. It impresses people. Okay, if you go to options... No, sorry. If you click the hamburger menu in the bottom left and you click collection, you can choose some preferential skins
Oh.
that you can use.
Can you buy skins?
Only if you have the Spoils of War. That's the only one that you can buy. Spoils of War edition. I
Oh,
don't know
like
if you-
actually, I was trolling. Okay.
Yeah, but there's no extra for sale skins yet. And maybe there never will be. There's no plans announced.
Mm.
But Spoils of War is like the extra premium edition. And yeah, I have it.
Are you proud of it? Why are you just laughing?
Yes, it's nice. It's nice to have these skins. We couldn't use this for a while for like we couldn't use this for a while in classics graphics, so I had no use of this. But recently, November 2024, they uploaded all of these skins to also work with classic graphics, which is nice. So I picked Jaina to be my Archmage instead of Archmage Antonidas.
Oh.
You can go
That's
through here.
cool.
You can play with female Death Knight instead of male Death Knight. Some gender bending.
Ooh. Gender bending? Is that a word?
Yeah, gender bending. When you take a
Okay.
character and you make them the other gender or sex, let's say.
Okay.
The Demon Hunter, female Demon Hunter, not recommended. Female Death Knight, I think is pretty cool.
Why is she not recommended?
Her face here looks fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also had to make a classic version. This was designed for Reforged, and the Reforged model is fine. The voice acting is okay, I guess. Not as good as the original, but it's fine. But they also had to give a classic variant, because what if someone picks this, but then plays classic? They still need a model to show up. And they phoned it in. Just try it out. Take the female Demon Hunter, go into a game and look at the portrait. You will not be able to sleep at night.
Yo!
Keep up the good
Okay,
work,
wait, it
Mr.
just looks
Grubby.
scary?
Right, I'll show you.
Okay.
This is some
What
high.
does phoned it in mean?
Phoning something in means you did a bad job.
Oh, okay.
I apologize, everyone, for what I'm about to unleash on the world. Please, no, Grubby. It has to be done.
Your building is complete.
At last, we shall have revenge. Command
Huh?
me.
That's not bad. Oh, down there. Okay.
No, it's bugged. It's bugged.
What?
There will be bugs
It looks fine.
sometimes. I have to restart the game. This is actually just normal Illidan.
Oh, okay.
There's bugs sometimes. One sec, I'm restarting and I'll restart the game and I'll reshare.
Okay. I thought the issue was that she looked a bit masculine. I was actually like, I mean, this is actually not that bad. Like.
Yeah, no, it was fine. That's the original portrait. If you had said it's bad.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm online. This is the most important part of the coaching.
Yep.
We can't build them.
Even worth the effort of restarting the game.
Did you get to
Wait, so
share
where
again?
did you choose your portraits? No, I don't see it. Oh, here.
Yeah,
I
you
see
just
it.
have to pick it again.
Okay.
Your building is complete.
At last.
What the hell,
blade
Blizzard?
of revenge.
So it's showing the wrong model, basically?
Okay, I think I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Options, options, reforged, classic, save, back, watch replay. There we go. So there is no portrait in classic, maybe only in classic HD, which is what
Your
I'm in
building
now.
is complete.
No,
At last.
I don't
we shall
know.
have
I don't
revenge.
know what's going on.
Okay.
Where's the portrait?
So the conclusion is it's fine to pick it.
Yeah.
So
I
where did
feel
you
like-
pick the different profiles and stuff?
Okay, and the bottom left, there's the hamburger menu. You see the three lines?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
called the hamburger menu. Click that. Collection.
Oh, collection. Okay.
You can pick. Oh, and the icon says, like, if there's an icon like this, it says you can use this in both. I don't know. Like, I think if it says
In
icons, it's like
base and TFT?
yeah, in classic and in reforged settings. Whereas
Oh,
something
okay.
like Scenarios of the Emerald Nightmare, he may not have a model in classic, only when you use the new trash reforged graphics.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I see. A bit offensive, but okay.
Deserved.
I just saw my collection. I have the Spoils of War too.
Oh, cool. This one's sick.
So are these all heroes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you don't know about Tavern Heroes yet, but
No.
yeah, I mean, this is easy to learn by yourself. There are
Yeah.
taverns on the map, and you can buy heroes from there instead of from your altar. I would recommend not to
Oh.
bother with that just yet.
Okay.
You have 4 options in your altar. The tavern has another 8. Let's not overwhelm you too much
Oh.
right now.
Yeah, let's skip those for now.
Are you gonna play now against
Yeah.
Easy?
Easy bots, yeah.
Yo!
Okay.
Should I randomize? Can I randomize between human and undead?
No, you have to randomize on coin flip on Google and then pick. You can only
Or
randomize
make
with all
chatbot.
4.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, or
Makes sense.
chatbot or whatever.
Do you have a recommendation in terms of which one to test first, or just whatever?
So with I think human is slightly easier than undead. I think the micro with undead can be a bit tough.
Okay.
But the
Chat is
base
saying human already.
base defense for undead is a little easier than with human. So everyone's
okay.
got something. Just try them out both. I would say
Mm-hmm.
the one you think you're going to end up becoming, play that one second.
Mhm.
Start with the less likely one first. That way you can, switch and then stay.
Oh, the unlikely one first.
That's how I usually do it, but maybe that's dumb.
No, it's good, but in this case, I'm actually not sure what is unlikely.
I'm not
So
sure.
maybe I'll
too.
just go human because it seems like that's what people are recommending, anyways.
Maybe they want you to be human for their own desires to get a bigger
Wait, is that
racial
true?
racial spread for the tournament because we got 2 undeads.
Wait, we have 2 undeads? Who's the second undead?
Sun Glitters,
Yo!
What? She's undead?
isn't she, guys?
I don't know.
Sun Glitters and Soda are undead. Then we
I
got
knew Soda was. I didn't know Sunglers was.
yep.
No, it's some. Wait.
Oh, someone
I'm
else
being
said
told
she's
she's human.
human. Oh, okay, she's human. Oh, so we got 2 humans, 1 undead, 3
Did she
night
play
elves, and an
PvP yet?
orc.
I thought she only did campaign.
Yeah, she jumped straight into PvP.
Oh, she skipped campaign?
I think no.
my
She
God,
played
okay.
campaign on Reforged graphics, and I think she skipped versus AI. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but she played online and she got demolished.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, but it was cute.
Okay. All right.
She lost versus 50% handicap easy AI. Yeah,
You can add handicaps?
yeah. So if you go, you still got my screen, right?
Wait, no, I tapped out 1 sec.
Yeah, this one. Units for this player will have maximum hit points adjusted to this percentage. Not just units,
Oh.
buildings as well, and heroes.
Right, I see.
So the easiest you can do is 50% and then easy.
Okay.
But I would say start with 100. If that's too hard and you feel like trying
Then go
again,
down,
go
yeah.
again. But if you are like hopeless and stressed, then you can go to 80.
Okay. What does your chat think that I should start with first?
What do you think, chat? Let's not say start with first. End up with. Human pala rifle, human, undead, orc, normal, undead, human, undead, human,
Oh, it's so
human,
many.
undead.
Yeah, I think that is a lot of undead as well. We need another orc player. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like orc doesn't seem that appealing right now.
Orc got a
compared
little
to
better.
undead and human.
Orc got a little better in TFT. I heard you say you didn't feel like they had a lot of special things going on, and I get it.
Yeah.
Their special things are like Bloodlust, Heal Ward, but those are not very common in multiplayer either. The most special thing about multiplayer Orc is playing reactive, harassy, and killing buildings even though the enemy has an army. So like skipping their army, killing buildings with pillage. These things are not easy. I would say Orc at low level is actually kind of hard. I think human is easier. I think even undead at low level can be easier.
Okay. How experienced is Soda?
Soda has a lot of hours in custom games, thousands of hours, which helps him understand the engine and way that units move. He is actually best with heroes, which makes sense because custom games mostly only have heroes. Right, so he's doing some advanced things, but he gets very stressed in multiplayer, and he has a lot of choice paralysis. So, and he has played melee before, but he gets overwhelmed. Guzu also got some overwhelmed, but a bit more. He hit it a bit better. Tyler was very overwhelmed in the beginning. Sun Glitters, she's overwhelmed when she takes a sip of water.
She takes a sip of water.
So, also in RTS.
Right, yeah.
And Ampi has had some growth recently. But yeah, don't compare yourself to the rest. You're just starting. It's going to be all right.
Yeah. No, I like hearing like descriptions of people. Not for myself, but it's just interesting. Because I saw someone say, if you pick undead, you'll be the best undead so far. And I was like, wait.
That's not true.
Okay, they're making fun of Soda. Yeah, because I do know that Soda has a lot of Warcraft 3 experience in general, but I guess most of that is custom games.
Yeah, barely multiplayer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play
Okay,
some ladder
well-
games too, Annie.
Oh,
Yep.
good luck.
And good
What's
luck.
your ranking?
I'm probably top 100 world still, right? But
What does that? Because I heard that Tyler and Ompi are both around 1,000.
really,
What would
on,
you be?
on W3 champions? Oh, you mean MMR or their rank?
Oh, I mean MMR. Sorry,
MMR, yeah. I'm 2.4.
2.4. Okay.
Oh.
It's like WoW. 2.4 is pretty good in WoW.
Okay.
That's when you get your gladiator mount,
Where do you start?
like 1,500,
Yeah, same.
14, 15.
You start 15 here as well.
But how are they 1,000 if you start at 15?
They lost their first 5 games, dropped to 800, and then climbed back up slowly. 10 MMR at a time.
I see. Okay, okay. So in WoW, yeah, you could lose, I guess, but I don't think you go down to 800 though. I think even if you're in a losing streak, it takes you down to maybe like 1,200.
Yeah. No,
MMR.
this
Like
system,
CR starts from 0, of
this
course.
system is very good. W3 champion system. It's very well designed, and it's very fast at knowing where you belong. So instead of subjecting you to 20 losses in a row if you're bad,
Yeah.
if you lose 6-7 games max, you will be in the trenches as low as can go, and you will meet people
What
that
if you're like worse than those people? Like, what if there are no people who are as bad as
I know you
are?
think that. A lot of people think that it's not true. Like, there's people that don't know how to turn on their PC. They had to ask someone else to turn on the PC.
But then they wouldn't be in the games, right?
No, someone else turned it on for them. It's gonna be all right. Don't be afraid,
Okay.
Annie. Go beat AI, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely beat AI.
I think so. You'll
I'll
get
make a poll to
you'll
see
get
what I'm gonna
computer
play
easy
today.
today for sure.
Oh, believing in me. I guess we'll see. I mean, it's quite late. I don't know how long I need to like.
Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow or
Become good
today, you'll
enough.
get it.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay.
Thank you so much for all the tips and tricks.
Pleasure. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, and good luck on your ladders.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.